Hello Chipsters, it's Gav. Welcome to another one of my videos. It's only a pop-up one. As you can see, I won't go into massive details, but I'll probably pick a horse up quickly. Where have we got a horse? Oh, let's have you. You look, if you want to charge to the front. Right, so I'm painting these horses and the horse furniture for the 10th Cuirassier Regiment. I've still got to do some of the metal workings on them and that, but you know, this is where we're getting to. I'm actually just doing all the chevroquet and portmanteau and stuff and the cloak on the back. The reason I'm, hopefully you'll see by the title, I use Rosemary, sorry that's Art shaking himself about in that. I use Rosemary & Co brushes, sable brushes, and I will always use them while they carry on as decent quality. I've got no ties to Rosemary & Co, buy them all myself. Mine are beat to hell at the moment. I've got a whole new load of them in my store cupboard. I usually buy a couple of spares with every brush that I'm buying, if that makes sense. So anyway, yes, Art, thanks for clipping through. That's what I normally use. Now, popped up on my Facebook on one of the groups, and it wasn't anything to do with figure painting. It was military scale modelling. It's probably the AK weathering group, something like that. I don't really contribute anything. It just pops up on my channel from time to time, or feed, whatever you call it. And somebody was extolling the virtues of nail. You know, these. Nail bar, nail technician, I don't know what they call them. You know, where you can draw spider webs and stuff that the ladies have on their nails, polished nails. Well, he or she was extolling the virtues of how they made some nice lines on their tank or something. And I thought, I don't normally I've tried cheap brushes before, and I can't remember what it's called, but it's a bit mucky as you can see, but I use this stuff. It's like a environmentally friendly, and it to be fair, it doesn't stink like the real bad brush cleaner does. Sorry if you can hear the builders next door. Right on cue. Anyway, I bought these for about you get 3, I think, for about £3 something, including the postage. Now normally if I put a cheap brush, and I've put AK brushes in this fluid, and it hooks up right away. The very tip hooks, which is useless for figure painting. You know, all they've become then is I've got a big jar full of scrubby brushes I use for, you know, for basing work and stuff. And I was really sceptical. Yeah, you know, and I thought, well, all they're going to do is hook like all the others. Well, these haven't. Well, so these two have never been used. I've only been using this one. It's just the thinnest one that they did, because I use it obviously for decorative work and thin bits. But that's been going for a week now, and it's never hooked once. Because once they hook, you can't normally get them back. They're like I think it's an aluminium. It feels aluminium, or at least this bit is. Well, probably plastic. I don't know. Yeah, it feels plastic. But pleasant to hold. As I say, I've only had this one a week. I don't know how long they'll last. To be honest with you, the amount of painting I do, if they only lasted a month or a couple of months. You know, for £3 for doing extra fine work. They do thicker ones obviously, but they are designed mainly for nails. So as you can see, extremely long on some of them, extremely long brushes to them, whatever you want to call them. So this would be good for doing line work. If you're doing a line on something, probably wouldn't use this as much on these type of 28mm figures, just because I'd only put some paint at the tip, and when they're that long, you're coming into the figure or whatever you're painting, and you end to splodge it into it because you don't realise how much bristle is the word I was after. That's it, bristles is there. But this one, that one's, again, it's slightly long. Again, they're designed for doing, you know, lines on ladies' nails. But I thought it might be of interest to somebody, whether you are figure painting or scale modelling. They do have a use. As I say, I'm definitely getting away. Let me see. You watch now. I'll pick one up and it'll be a right messy one. But putting the put in the, you know, like the grenade detail and the number 10 on the portmanteau. Not brilliant, that's just down to me, not the brushes. But yeah, I just thought for about £3 you might want to look into it. I still, my as I say, it's rubbed all the amount of you know, handling and whatever, and brush cleaner I get on things. But I'll not stop using my Rosemary & Co brushes, but definitely I'm going to be buying a couple more packs of these to keep in reserve, because I think they're absolutely worth it so far. So yeah, just wanted to, what was in my head, you know what I'm like, my memory goes in and out, so I just thought you might want to try them. As I say, just go on eBay to the just put nail brushes, something like that. I've got no idea what I actually put in at the time, and they'll pop up different makes. Obviously you'll be able to see these are like, they come in like you know, shiny pinks and silvers and blues, but they do the job, and I've been using them, you know, a fair bit on these figures, on the hound's teeth on here, on the pink, just using them for the final highlight and that. So obviously he's got to be done yet, but. So thank you very much, just a quick one, just thought while it was in my mind I'd remember to put a small video up. So as I say, I make £3, I think, £3.50, I don't know. That included the post. Might be a bit more expensive, I don't know. But you know, each one of my brushes normally costs me, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, £8, whatever. So you know, I can spend £80 on a few brushes, whereas these, you know, whether they do all your work. I don't know if they do bigger ones, obviously, as I say again, it's I imagine they would do though if they're off, because they've got to paint them first, haven't they? Not that I know much about nail work, but yeah, might be something you might be interested in. Alright then, cheers, thank you very much for stopping by and taking a look. I can't even tell you what videos are coming up next. A quick apology, I will put a Telford video up. I didn't realise until I looked back at the photographs this morning properly. I've literally I've got a tiny selection of photographs. I was almost going to scrap the lot and just say I'll forget it. I obviously got the PTSD, and I was bored with, you know, not chatting to people and whatever. I was like borderline melting down at the show with all the amount of people and stuff, and when that happens I tend to so I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, I just don't. I can look at stuff and nothing else is figuring in my head, if that makes sense. And I completely forgot to take photographs going around. It's got to be a first. So yeah, I've got a selection of hot rod ones, because I knew old Tom wanted to see some 1-in-700 ships, because obviously I'm interested in those as well, and there's a few aircraft and tanks and that, but there's hardly anything. So I don't know. I'll decide whether I bother putting a Telford video up or not. But apologise for that. As I say, it was a rough day, and I didn't realise I hadn't taken as many photos as I would normally. All right then. Speak soon.